Enterprise Routing and Switching Specialist, JNCIS-ENT, JN0-351 exam dumps are the best material for you to study and prepare for the test well. Share some Juniper JN0-351 exam dumps questions here. 1. You have an IBGP neighbor sending you routes. You need to apply a policy so it only evaluates routes being learned from this specific neighbor. In this scenario, which statement is correct about applying the policy? A. The policy should be applied as an export policy to the BGP group level. B. The policy should be applied as an import policy to the BGP group level. C. The policy should be applied as an export policy to the BGP neighbor level. D. The policy should be applied as an import policy to the BGP neighbor level. 2. Which two statements about Martian addresses are correct? Choose 2. A. Martian addresses require a route prefix match type. B. Martian addresses are not installed in the routing table by default. C. Martian addresses can only be applied to the INET.0 routing table. D. Martian addresses are installed in the routing table by default. 3. Which two statements about aggregate routes in the Junos OS are correct? Choose 2. A. An aggregate route has a default next hop of an IP address. B. An aggregate route always shows as active in the routing table. C. An active route can contribute only to a single aggregate route. D. Only one aggregate route can be configured for each destination prefix. 4. Which mechanism is used to share routes between routing tables? A. RIB groups. B. Routing instances. C. Forwarding instances. D. Filter-based forwarding. 5. Which two statements about BPDU protection are correct? Choose 2. A. By default, you must manually clear a BPDU error condition when using BPDU protection. B. BPDU protection prevents unauthorized switches from connecting to and participating in your spanning tree topology. C. By default, BPDU protection prevents the root bridge from communicating with other STP members unless it receives a superior BPDU first. D. BPDU protection requires that STP or RSTP is configured on the switch. 6. Which two statements about the root bridge election process are correct? Choose 2. A. The highest root bridge priority is preferred over lower root bridge priorities. B. The highest root bridge identifier is preferred over lower root bridge identifiers. C. The lowest root bridge priority is preferred over higher root bridge priorities. D. The lowest root bridge identifier is preferred over higher root bridge identifiers. 7. You are concerned that someone from outside the company could use an open conference room port to access the network. Which feature should you use to address this concern? A. Persistent MAC learning. B. 802.1x. C. DHCP snooping. D. MAC limiting. 8. Which statement is true about IP-IP tunnels? A. The time-to-live value of the original packet is decremented. B. IP-IP tunnels are protocol agnostic. C. The packet is encapsulated unchanged before entering the tunnel. D. The packet header is replaced before entering the tunnel. 9. Which three statements describe what happens when processing a frame for a switched packet? Choose 3. A. The ingress PFE performs the MAC address lookup. B. The frame enters the ingress port and is forwarded out all ports. C. The frame enters the ingress port and is processed by the ingress PFE. D. The ingress PFE sends the header information to the routing engine. E. The egress PFE forwards the packet out the egress port towards the destination. 10. Which two statements about Layer 2 firewall filters are correct? Choose 2. A. You can apply only one firewall filter term per filter. B. You can apply only one input filter per VLAN. C. You can apply multiple firewall filter terms per filter. D. You can apply multiple input filters per VLAN.